Okay, this is a video for 4E, area of a circle. So the formula for area of a circle is A equals pi r squared. So the area is the radius squared times pi, either on your calculator or by using 3.14 or 22/7. So I have my big old calculator here. I might use it even though it's a little bit different than your calculator. I might bring it in here for some work. Okay, so there's my formula. Sometimes we only have a half a circle. Well, of course, then we're going to do half of pi r squared. And sometimes we have a quadrant or quarter circle. And so we'll do a quarter times pi r squared. I hope that would make sense to you, that, half a circle means you would cut the area in half, and a quarter of a circle means you would cut it in a quarter, by a quarter. All right, here I go. It says use 22/7 for pi and find a given approximation. Oh, there it is. We want to find the area. So the area is pi times r squared, and we're going to use pi is 22/7 times 7 squared. Okay, I'm just going to grab my calculator. This is definitely a calculator question. And on my fancy calculator, I can actually get a fraction. Can you believe it? Can you wait until you get this calculator when you're in year 11? So 22/7 times 7 squared. Okay, almost like your calculator. And I get 154. So this area is 154 meters squared. Let's look at this one. This time it says use 3.14. So I'm going to do area equals pi r squared. I always write the formula first. And I'm going to use 3.14, they told me to, times by, I don't even need to write a times, I can just use a bracket, 10 squared. So that's 3.14 times 100. 10 squared is 100. I know multiplying by 100 just moves this decimal place too, so it's 314 centimeters squared. Easy. All right, let's go to this. Use a calculator to find the area of the circle, correct 2 decimal places. So they're wanting me to use a pi key on my calculator. I know that you guys know where yours is from doing circumference. So I'm going to go, okay, area equals pi r squared, area equals pi times, and I'm putting pi there because that's what I'm typing in my calculator, 2 squared. And that's going to give me on my calculator, I can find pi right here, pi times 2 squared, even though I know it's 4, I typed that. And they wanted it to be 2 decimal places. And when I look on my calculator, I get 12 point, and I go 2 places. And this is the decider, the 6, and that's going to make that 6 turn to a 7. So 12.57 centimeters squared. And then my very last one here, I have the 2 interesting ones. So I do area equals, that's a quarter of a circle, so 1/4 times pi r squared. So that equals 1/4 times pi in my calculator times 3 squared. So I'm going to grab my calculator again. I know it's a little bit different than yours. And then I'm going to go 1 divided by 4. You can do that. Times by pi, you have a pi key, times by 3 squared. I'm going to write 9 because I know it's 9. And I get 7.068, so I'm going to put 7.07 because that 8 makes the 6 go up, so 7.07 meters squared. So in this question, we need to see here that 5 is the diameter, and we're finding area. So the formula for area is pi r squared, and the r in this case is 2.5, half of 5. So the area is, if it was the whole circle, would be our pi r squared. So we're going to do half of that because we just have the area of half the circle. So half times pi times 2.5 squared. And I've just grabbed my calculator, and so I'm going to do 0.5, which is a half, times by pi, times by, and then I'm going to put in brackets 2.5 squared. Make it look just like that pretty much. And I get that the area is 9.8, 2 decimal places. That's a 7, so I'm going to round that to a 2, 9.82, and its area, so it's kilometers squared.